Gemini 3 just got released and every single YouTuber is creating video about that. I have a little different take on what it can do and what it cannot do. But in this video, I'm going to show you guys some of the example apps built with Gemini app and also some of the apps which I built and what were the issues while creating those apps. You might be thinking that with a one single prompt, now you can build a complete website, you can deploy an app, but that is not the case. Why is that? Watch the complete video and you will learn why I am saying that, because it might be different opinion from all of the other YouTubers, but I'm going to prove it in this video. And you can let me know in the comments below if I'm not right or that is not the case with all of these vibe coding tools. Yes, it is a really great competition. I mean, Lovable, Bolt, all of these tools are literally dead after this because you can do unlimited prompting and unlimited revision completely for free. That is a really great thing. But still, if you try to deploy an app on a production server and if you try to make your website live or even a single landing page, there could be some issues which you might find using these type of vibe coding tools. But let's test it out and see what they has to offer. So first, I'm going to show you guys the sample apps, the example apps which AI Studio already has. So that is aistudio.google.com. And here, if you go to /apps, you can see all of the apps showing up here. So that is the gallery of the app. So if I click on browse the app gallery, you can see all of the different apps built with these. And some of them are really cool, like this Lumina Festival. If I open it up, looks cool, right? I mean, the visuals, the animations, all are really good. But what if you want to change a logo? What if you want to change some of the stuff? Just imagine how many prompting you will need to do and how many hallucination you will have to bear before even making a small change. I already tested it out and I'm going to show you guys in a little bit of why it is an issue and why it might take you a lot of time in order to build a simple landing page or simple website. Now let's check out some other examples. So I am going to go back and again click on browse the app gallery. And here you can see we have a lot of different examples here. This one is also really cool. Studio image generation editing. That's nice. So you can check out all of the example. Now I'm going to show you guys what are the apps which I built. So as a Shopify partner agency, I tried to build a landing page for Shopify partner agency, and that's what I built. So you can see it is an awesome looking landing page with the same color scheme of the Shopify logo. If you notice, that's the green in there. And if you scroll down, it has also some selected work where you might want to add your portfolio. And if I check it on the different devices, if I check it on the mobile version, it looks good on the mobile version as well. It's super fast and we can deploy it with just a one click. So we also have this landscape mobile version to view. And if I want to deploy it, we can simply click on this deploy app and deploy it and make it live. I'm going to show you that as well. So stick to the video. But the issue which I was discussing is that if I try to change the logo, obviously I wouldn't want to have this scale flow showing up. I would want to have my own partner. So that is our Shopify partner agency URL. As an official Shopify partner, we have built a lot of different stores. You can check out the link of our Shopify partner directory URL in the description. Now, if I want to change the logo to this logo, obviously, right? Because I'm building a landing page for my Shopify partner agency, assuming I would need to change the logo. Now, what happened when I tried to do that using this annotate app? So we can change anything by selecting that. So if I select the logo, oops, not this one, we would need to add a rectangle. So if I add a rectangle and click on add to chart, and here you can see that we have this screenshot added in the chart and it says apply the edits shown in the screenshot, right? Now, if I want to add in my own logo, let's see what happens. Use logo attached, right? I'm just going to say use logo attach and upload my logo. So I'm going to give it a prompt and let's see what happens. Okay, it took few seconds, like 50 seconds. And what it did, to implement the rebranding from ScaleFlow to WebSense Pro and incorporate the new logo, I will update the relevant components. Now it's telling what are the code changes which it made, and it did a lot of code changes. But as you can see, I still cannot see my logo. So that was the most simplest change which I wanted to make about changing my company logo. Obviously, I would need to change my branding, right? I would need to show that it is my company. Yes, it did fine here. Like it automatically updated the title and it automatically did some changes here. Again, it's showing 2024. It should be showing 2025 and it should show my logo. Now, as a vibe coder, you wouldn't know how to code in React. And if you go to the code base, like if I click on this code here, which is to switch it to code. So if I click on this code, you will see all of the code, right? Now, as a vibe coder, as a non-developer, if you don't know what is TypeScript, if you don't know about React, you will not be able to upload the logo image element and then import it on all of that components, right? It is hard. Now imagine if I want to change the case studies, how many prompting I will need to make and how many code jargon I will have to handle. So that is my take, because it's still not yet ready to be to start using it for the application which you can deploy live and which you can make a use of it. Yes, if you don't want to change images, if you just want to have a simple text-based React app, that's completely fine. It also has this chat thing. Let's see if it works. Hey, how are ya? I'm doing well. Help Shopify store, whether you're thinking about, yeah, okay, that's working. That's really good. But again, I will need to change it to my own branding. And if it cannot change the simple logo, then I don't think Gemini 3 is ready. Because if I need to give it like 100 prompts about uploading the image, that is not the feasible. That is not the feasibility I would need as a vibe coder if I don't know how to code. Okay, so here is another example of the app which I built. So it is a Pacman game. And in this prompt, I specifically mentioned that built using HTML, CSS, and JavaScript combined, no external libraries. I wanted to build it using vanilla JavaScript, not the React, but it still built the Pacman app using the React. So if I go to code, you can see that that's TypeScript and that is React. So it is always building the apps using React. Not sure what's the reason for that, but still building that. And even if it built it, it is not actually working properly. So if I click on press space to start, you can see that I cannot be killed in this Pacman game. So there's no game over. I will just win this game no matter at any cost. Yes, it is a really good boilerplate, but again, it didn't fulfill the prompt which I gave it, which was to build it using vanilla JavaScript. And the prompt which I used is also from Google AI Studio. So I just gave it this single line, act as a prompt engineer and write a prompt for me for Pacman game. I'm trying to vibe code the game. So it did created a really good game initially. I mean, there are scores. If as a developer, I would need to code it from the scratch, it's going to take a lot of time for me. But still there are issues, which again, these vibe coding tools are very good when you initially start with them. But when you try to move these apps to the production, or when you try to increase the scale of the app, it is going to be a pain. I have tested it with multiple times with different coding tools like Gemini, CLI, and Cloud Code, and all of the different vibe coding tools. You keep prompting it and it keep adding the other stuff which you don't really want. It keep hallucinating the features which you don't really want. So sometimes it gets completely out of control of how you can build apps using these wipe code tools. And this is some of the example which I gave you guys, that how it can mess up if you move these apps to the production. It is a really great start, and I don't know when you're watching this video, there might be another tool which completely changed my perspective. But after using this Gemini 3 latest AI tool, that is my point of view. Let me know in the comments below if you do not agree with my points. Happy to take the criticism. That's it for this video. Until next video, have a great day.